go. It's 12 3-minute rounds of professional world championship lightweight boxing action. It is for the WBC, WBO, and IBF world lightweight titles and the WBA super world lightweight titles collectively. This is the unified lightweight championship of the world. It is brought to you by the Victorian government. Once again, they step up. Thanks so much again to the Victorian government. Introducing first, the challenger. This is George Ferocious Kambosos Jr.
Is he going to be barefoot?
The man who proved the critics wrong when he took down CFL.
Let me turn that music down. I like this all business George Kambosos though, because he did seem like he was getting a little full of himself. Sometimes you got to humble up to be better. You know, you got to be broken down to build back up, you know. But I'm just intrigued on what he's going to try to do. He's got to be the pressure fighter. You know, show us that chin. You know, go in there and, you know, you got to get past that jab, bro. Oh, but first, let's see if this motherfucker make weight. How about that? All right, let's get on. Let's see what we got here. This is where it all begins. Plus, I don't feel like restreaming again. That was like 2 hours, wasn't it? That was like 2 hours.
.04 for Kambosos.
Oh, okay.
Jr.
All right. All right, that's okay. 134? Whole pound under? That's impressive. That's impressive. That's impressive. That's very impressive. But still, what's the game plan going to be? You know, how does he win? He's got to be the pressure fighter. Is he going to be able to outwork Devin Haney? Is he going to be able to knock him out? You know, how's he going to do it? That's the question. That's the question. Remember, George Kambosos has 10 KOs.
It was never in doubt. No drama this time with the weigh-in.
No doubt. We put in the work, and that's a statement right there. And we'll make a statement tomorrow.
You have been quiet, no doubt. The camp has been quiet in the build-up to this fight. But I get the impression you are ready for something special here at Rod Laver Arena tomorrow.
Mate, I'm ripped and ready. You know, I haven't shown too much in this camp, but we're going to show it all tomorrow. We are ready, and whatever he brings ain't enough.
You do know what Devin Haney brings to the table. That's a tremendous defensive technique. How do you break it down?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow what he does and what I bring. The world will see.
He is ready, George Kambosos Jr., weighing in under 135 pounds.
Very humble this time around.
All right, and his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, he is the unified lightweight champion of the world. This is Devin, the Dream Haney.
That damn music. That damn music. Gotta mute that, guys.
Thanks goes out to the Victorian government for putting this gigantic show on.
Originally from Oakland, California, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. At 23 years of age, Devin Haney is 28-0 and unified the lightweight division with his unanimous decision on June 5, just up the road here in Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. Trained by his father and manager Bill Haney.
.8481 for the champion, Devin Haney.
We have a match. Devin Haney makes weight. George Kambosos makes weight.
No, I'm not going to show the fights tomorrow. That's called copyright infringement, ladies and gentlemen. That will get my channel shut down and me possibly sued. So no, you can't do that. That's illegal. We will be here, though, streaming during the fight, showing brief legal fair use highlights. And we will be here for the post-fight press conference and a post-fight show. So I have a very, very crazy busy day tomorrow. So time management from here on out between this video now and tomorrow morning is very crucial. I have to get at least 6 hours of sleep to make all this shit work. But I got Devin Haney again. We're going to get my colleague on the phone in about 15 minutes or so. He's going to be at the fight tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning his time, covering the card. Full screen.
Have a chat to Devin.
Are we going to get a push? Maybe a choke? No. I'd rather not. We don't need that every fight. But I like this focus, George Kambosos. I can't wait to see what the game plan is going to be. Remember, he's completely broken down his team, or as Devin has said, fired everybody. But also, George has been talking retirement shit too. Oh! Be careful. Oh, be careful. Oh, don't be careful, guys. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Everybody cool down. Whoa. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. A brawl is broken out. Oh man. Oh, man. See, this is... Why can't we just all get along? Everything was going good.
Okay. An early start to proceedings. It would seem we will have a chat to Devin with all...
Give him his juice.
Before you disappear, that'd be fantastic if we could, Devin.
His hydration.
Alberto?
See, I'm all for the bullshit, but I kind of didn't want to see it today, you know.
Fairly subdued up until the last 24 hours, but there has been an obvious increase in intensity over the last 24 hours, given what we saw at the press conference. If we could have everybody sitting down there in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, we'll go back and watch a little bit of the tape.
Down there in the middle of the room, so we could bring these pictures around the world via ESPN Plus, of course, in the United States. Sky Sports.
Well, you know what? I'm happy. That don't look like Americans. So at least we got that, America. That ain't us.
I guess you weren't expecting.
Know what I'm saying?
Things to break out as quickly as they did.
I mean, we got to fight. We're going to get it all tomorrow. May the best man win.
Are you ready for whatever George Kambosos brings? He's promised a different style. Are you ready for whatever he brings to the ring tomorrow?
Of course.
There is Devin Haney, the dream and the undisputed
that's what happens.
Champion of the world.
That's what happens when fighters be hungry. Like they be real irritable. Look, what the hell's going on there?
Here in Melbourne, Australia, tomorrow as part of that 9-fight card. Things have really ramped up in the last 24 hours. And, well, that was quite exciting. I wasn't expecting that after things were so subdued between these two fighters earlier in the week, Barry.
Warren Smith handled it well, though, I think. Right? He wasn't all bitching.
You like to see these guys show a bit of respect for each other.
Kept control of the show.
But it certainly nearly got out of hand there, didn't it?
Yeah, a couple of people jumping onto the stage who had no right to be there. I guess George Kambosos escalated things by trying to put himself in front of Devin Haney. I'm sure that's part of trying to take him out of his comfort zone. It got to...
Oh, man. Oh, no, I know what we got to do. I know what we got to do. We got to go to main event. We got to go to main event. Hold up. That Facebook page. We're going to watch the rest of it. Don't worry. I got you. Here we are. Ooh, gotcha.
Very large humans.
See? You can always count on me.
Tank from Haney Promotions and Team Haney. Intense. And maybe that's a sign that for the first time that the Haney camp is just feeling a little bit of the pressure of having to defend all these belts for the very first time.
Well, Warren, it's been a
Well.
totally different psychological game this time, hasn't it? You know, the Kambosos.
No, I got you. I got you.
This from a totally different perspective. And to be honest with you, I've spoken to George, and I mentioned it before about how he's got to fight this fight. And you know, I think there's every chance it's going to be
Let me see if I can rewind it back
something else. There's bad blood.
to the actual incident.
An obvious, almost a different style.
All right, here it is right here. This is actually what happened here.
Once again, brought to you by the
So fighters are facing off, and you're going to see a little bit of elbow fisticuffs, and then we almost lose control here at the weigh-in. But you know, everything, you know, it got a little dicey, but you know, the fight's still on. Nothing crazy happened. You know, we've been losing fights left and right over the last month, so you know, everything's still going forward. But man, look how sucked in Devin Haney faces. But, you know, here's the footage of what happened at the weigh-in, you know, moments ago. And we're going to have my colleague Big J call in about 10 minutes or so and get his thoughts about what happened. And also, he's talked to Susie Ramadan, the Maloneys, and Devin Haney and Bill Haney this week. So he's on site covering the event from Melbourne. You can't say Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia. He's going to be there tomorrow night at the event. So this is what happened at the weigh-in.
Victorian government.
Look, now what is this? Now, who is these bandits? Who are these menaces? What's going on here? Where'd they come from? And these little sorry-ass security people, they couldn't do nothing. Like, people see, it's different. Like, if the fighters are doing it, but people shouldn't be running on the stage. It's like, who are you, man? Like, get out of here. You ain't making no money. Don't mess up the money. It's going to be at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
An obvious increase in intensity over the last 24 hours, given what we saw at the press conference. If we could have everybody sitting down there in the middle of the stage. If you could please sit down there in the middle.
I'm glad Warren Smith wasn't screaming like a little girl. Sometime when something goes down at a boxing event, you'll have the announcer, can everybody just please stop? And, you know, he just kept it cool.
In Australia as well. Devin, I guess you weren't expecting things to break out as quickly as they did.
I mean, we got to fight. We're going to get it on tomorrow. May the best man win.
Are you ready for whatever George Kambosos brings? He's promised a different style. Are you ready for whatever he brings to the ring tomorrow?
Of course.
There is Devin Haney, the dream,
Okay,
and the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Making his way.
they're paying $60 over in Australia for this on pay-per-view. It's in the smaller arena. The arena seats about 13,000 or so. From my understanding, 10,000 tickets plus have been sold. It might even sell out. The biggest question is, you know, what's George Kambosos going to do differently? However, I do like the card. If I was to rate all 4 cards tomorrow, there are 4 cards tomorrow. In about 12 hours or so, actually in about 10 hours or so, you have Liam Parrow taking on Brock Jarvis with Sky Nicholson and Dempsey McKean also on the card. You have Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields, Michaela Mayer, Alicia Baumgartner. That card's going to be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the States. We're going to be streaming during both of those main events, both of those fights. Wilder versus Helenius starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. PBC on Fox pay-per-view, opening up with Gary Antonio Russell versus Manny Rodriguez, the Manny Rodriguez that Maloney fought in the World Boxing Super Series. You have Frank Sanchez, heavyweight contender, taking on Carlos Negron. Then you have Caleb Plant, former IBF 168-pound champion, taking on former WBC champion at 168, Anthony the Dog Dirrell. And you have Deontay Wilder taking on Robert Helenius. That's going to be $74.99. And this card right here, Devin Haney and George Kambosos, the rematch, you're going to have Jason Maloney taking on Nawafone Kaikanha. That is a WBC eliminator to be the mandatory for the winner of Naoya and Noye taking on Paul Butler. That's going to be taking place in December. And Noye, if he wins, expected to win, is expected to move up to 122 and not fight at 118, no more, opening up a vacant belt for Jason Maloney to fight for. Adrian Maloney is taking on Roberto Jimenez, also in an eliminator. And then you have Shanika Johnson taking on Susie Q Ramadan for the IBF super bantamweight title. So very, very solid, like card. If I was to rate the cards, 1 to 4, I'm going to say Shields versus Marshall easily. But this could be, I think this is number 2 over Wilder Helenius, right? Which card? Okay. Let's say for example, right? If you had to lose, let's raise the stakes. If you had to lose a finger, and you know what they said, listen, you're not leaving this room, unless you lose. Nah, that was a stupid one. That was going to be stupid. Okay, let me just keep it simple. Which card would you rather watch? If you had no choice, Wilder Helenius or Haney Kambosos? Me? I still think I would choose Wilder Helenius. So I would rate tomorrow's card. I would rate tomorrow as the number 1 card of the day is easily by far Shields versus Marshall, right? Number two can be tied. See, because you got Wilder Helenius, there's going to be a knockout right there. And you got Caleb Plant, Anthony Dirrell. That's kind of got some intrigue. But you got 4 fights on Haney Kambosos that mean something. It's kind of a career defining match for George Kambosos. You got 2 fights with the Maloneys, both eliminators. And then you got the female fight between Shanika Johnson and Susie Q. If she loses, that's pretty much the end of the road for her. You see what I'm saying?